So let's go ahead and get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay. Now we see it was a cute episode. It was cute. It was cute. We see Tiffany and Mel. Tiffany tells Mel about the sit down with Kimmy. She is in a better place with her, but Stormy was the one that rubbed her the wrong way. Okay. I just find it funny because I'm like, Tiffany, how does it feel? D'Angelo, how does it feel? How does it feel that now you're in the very seat that you had other people in last season? Tiffany says, because Mel said, well, girl, you was like that. You was very opinionated or whatever last season. You know what I'm saying? She said, yeah, and I owned it. And I said, yeah, you owned it after people came to check you. So maybe you need to have the sit down that Mel says you should have with Stormy. Okay. So there's that. Tiffany tells her about the book signing with Martell. Mel says that she was made aware, but not asked about it a day, or she said she was made aware of it, but I wasn't asked about it. And I was made aware of it a day or two before. I don't know. I ain't get the email, but some part of me like, I don't know about that email. Even if you was asked, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you still, I mean, they was on your week. You still could have said no, I suppose, but I feel like you knew. Anyway, she says that she had to set boundaries with this. Tiffany challenges her to not make decisions based on the issues with them, the things that's happened between the both of them. All right. So Mel says, no, she says, I'm not going to do that. And I don't fault Mel for this. Mel said, girl, we ain't even been divorced for a whole year, girl. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is very recent. So I have nothing but to compare it to how he's acted, you know, from the past and throughout this divorce, how he's acted up until this point. Girl, I ain't got no choice but to, you know what I'm saying, think that. So that's what I'm going off of. And you're not going to come in and tell me that different. Okay? So Tiffany says, well, you know, there's three sides, girl. There's a Martell side, your side, and the truth. And Mel said, well, you're not going to play with me like that. Okay, because my side gonna always be the truth. So what else is going on? Ooh. Well, Mel says, girl, these exes be out here, they be trying to control you, girl, and you have to set boundaries. You got to teach people how to treat you, okay? So Tiffany opens up about her marriage, okay? I guess she tried to say she's been through things with her past marriage, right? Mel decides to ask her more about that. Tiffany says it ended because she wanted more than he was willing to give her. So I guess like he worked his ass off from what it sounds like, but I guess he didn't have the money that she wanted. She wanted to have a certain lifestyle and all this other stuff. This man loved her down to the ground, loved her and her son unconditionally. Now, I need y'all to tell me. Let me go to the comments because I need to know it. I could be wrong. Now, how I understood this story, and this is why I'm asking y'all because y'all may know I need some clarity. I always understood the story of Tiffany cheating on her ex and leaving, but cheating on her ex with Lewis. And I could be wrong, so clear that up. I don't want to put that out there if that ain't what it is. I always thought that they both, Lewis and Tiffany, were married to someone else. They cheated with each other, and then they got together. All right, somebody let me know that. So Tiffany says he loved her and her son unconditionally, and she feels like she was selfish and believes she should have been a better wife to him. And the reason why she's a better wife to Lewis is because she knows what it feels like to be loved unconditionally. And I'm thinking to myself, if it is indeed that you left this man to go be with Lewis and you cheated or whatever like that, I'm like, girl, that's some shady shit. And now you want to sit over here and give all your love or whatever to this other man because you knew what it was like for another one to love you, the one you cheated on. But anyway, girl, I'm just trying to get an understanding. And nobody seems to know, girl. Don't nobody in the comments seem to have the answer. Okay. Would I get a girl? Well, y'all let me know if y'all heard it like I heard it, because that's how I thought it was. But anyway, let's keep going. All right. So she says she felt like he was her soulmate, right? Okay, thank you, so iconic. Okay, thank you. So it was somebody else. It was somebody else. Okay, gotcha. Okay, exactly. Now that Mel set that boundary, Martell knows to only schedule things on his weekends. Don't he know now? Girl, if he didn't know now, I mean, no, then he know now. All right, so let's move on, okay? Tisha and Kimmy. So we pretty much resolved that with Miss Tiffany. Tiffany seems like she has a bit of regret because that husband has since passed away, and he loved her fully, unconditionally, and she didn't return the love like she felt like she probably could have. Now, I don't know how he passed. I don't know if it could have been, cancer or something or whatever it could have been, but he's no longer here with us. And it seems like she's having a little bit of regret there. All right. So Tisha and Kimmy. Kimmy lets Tisha know that she isn't washing her hands of she and Tisha. Okay. So she called Tisha. Kimmy calls Tisha, has Tisha come over there. And I'm just like, when did y'all really get so cool all of a sudden? Maybe there was a talk, or maybe the brothers were putting pressure on them to, come together. So that's what happens, right? So Kimmy lets Tisha know that, listen, you already know how I am. If it's somebody I don't know and I don't rock with, I'm not going to keep up here talking to them, going back and forth with their ass. But when it comes to you, just understand I'm not going to write you off. That's just not how that's going to go. Tisha says, well, I appreciate you saying that. Tisha speaks on how she don't like to go back and forth with people either, and she's tired of arguing. So she wants to leave all of the BS in last year, and let's just move forward from this point, okay? Kimmy spoke on the trip and how it was just amazing. Y'all know her and her husband finally went on their trip for the first time. So she's really happy about that, or their honeymoon for the first time or whatever. And she plans on going again. But she says when they go again, she wants the crew to go. She wants the whole group, right? What else ended up happening? Maurice and Marceau. Oh, hold on. How dare I get ready to move forward? So Kimmy brings up the slumber party and how she and Destiny weren't, and how Tisha and Destiny weren't there, but Kiki was. So at this point, Miss Tisha like, oh, was she, girl? I didn't even know her and Mel was cool like this. So when they started doing that, when that started happening. So Tisha was shocked because she didn't even know. Kimmy felt like it wasn't fair, because conversations came up about Miss Tisha, and she felt like Tisha wasn't there to defend herself. So she felt like that was a problem, right? So Tisha doesn't like that she was, that her cousin, when she found out that she didn't like that her cousin was going against her with the very person that don't even like her. Like, how dare you, BIT, go against me? Whew. Kimmy says, girl, I think y'all need to have a conversation. And Tisha's like, all right, then, girl, we'll talk. So we get to Maurice and Marceau. Maurice says that Kimmy enjoys traveling and how he had to fight Kimmy off him. I bet. All right. Marceau had me cracking up because he was like, baby, that's TMI. You're talking about my sister-in-law. I don't need to know what's going on in the bedroom. I just asked you how the trip was. You need to tone all that down. Okay? Yeah. Louis decides that he's finna walk up, right? Louis calls out Marceau for being hard on him at the reunion. Marceau said, oh, I was hard. Oh, okay. I mean, I thought I was being fair, but you got the floor. Tell the person what's up. So Louis didn't like being called fake and feeling as though his opinion was not warranted, right? So Marceau speaks on proposing to Tisha. Like, I proposed to her when I was 26 years old, and I asked this woman to be my wife for the rest of my life. And you haven't earned the right to share your opinion with me, right? And then Louis says, but you have the right to share yours with me because you did. Well, really, Marceau says you don't have the right to share your opinion with me and vice versa. And then Louis said, well, you do. That's what you do, though, because you did it to me, right? So then they do a flashback of things that Louis said about being honest with your partner, because primarily Marceau's issue is this. I don't like that y'all are trying to say that I'm in a bad marriage. That's a problem for me. Okay. What else? Okay, yeah. So then Marceau asked him, who does he think he is to speak on his marriage? And Louis says it was based on what he saw. Right. So Marceau's argument applies the same for Louis. I just feel all this argument that Marceau was doing back and forth, like, you don't have the right to speak on my marriage. He's already said out his mouth, like, it also applies to me. But Marceau, you constantly give your opinions about other people's marriages, and not just marriages, but situations. But nobody has a right to speak on what you got going on. Oh, wow. Okay. So Marceau says he doesn't like that they said that he was in a bad marriage. Okay. I didn't really recall when they did the playback that they even said that you were in a bad marriage. Maybe Tiffany said it, but I just don't recall Louis saying it. And I just don't recall that being said, but y'all can let me know. What else happened? This was so funny to me. Louis says, Louis was trying to say, Marceau, you know me, okay? I've been around since the 90s. You know me. Then Marceau said, wait a minute, baby. We know of each other, but if you finna sit up here and play like we know each other like that, baby, we don't know each other like that. So you can tone all that down. I don't know you like that. Now, like, don't be sitting up here trying to lie to the cameras. Like we had some type of relationship when you know that we didn't. Like we ain't bros like that. We ain't cool. We knew of each other. I knew you enough to be like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But don't act like we know each other, girl. The way Lewis got quiet, I said, baby, you better get quiet. Because he just got you on that one. Girl, people love saying they know somebody, don't they? Ooh. So what was also interesting to me was when Maurice jumped into the conversation and tried to give Lewis an example of strangers speaking on their relationship. And I just took it like this. It was the way the Scott brothers double teamed Lewis for me to convince him to believe that what they were saying was right and what he was saying, thinking, and feeling was wrong. I said, come on, manipulation. Come on, Scott manipulation 101. Come on, Scott manipulation 101, because that's exactly what it is that it was giving me. Girl, I say, I hope Lewis bring this conversation, because y'all gonna do something. Y'all gonna do something, and y'all gonna put y'all mouth on other people's marriages. And I want Lewis to bring it back to the forefront, because it's gonna happen. But let's keep going. Okay. Now, what Maurice ended up doing was requesting an apology to come from Marceau. Now, granted, Lewis gave an apology to Marceau, and then Marceau ended up giving one back. So the guys are good for the moment. We'll have to see how that's gonna play. So Martell and Melnica. So Martell is over here with Melnica. And it looks like Martell is finally listening to the people, and he's working on ebooks for health and fitness. He's working on a cookbook surrounded by health, vegetarian meals, and other, good things. Okay. Melnica started talking about having the kids included the next time around. Martell says moving forward, he wants to make sure that whatever happens is going to be on his week. Right. Okay. So now you ain't got to worry about none of that. He also talks about not controlling people or something like that. Like you can't control people. She was like, no, you can't. Okay. You got to let them do what they're going to do out here in these streets. All right. You haven't earned that trust for her to want to drop the kids off during her week. Okay. So it is what it is. All right. What else? He wants to do a wine tasting or something like that in Atlanta. So that's going to happen. And she wants to know, like, who all you trying to invite. He was like, oh, my family, my friends, visitors and stuff like that. I want the guys there. Okay. Lewis, Maurice, Marceau, and all that. And she was like, oh, okay. She was like, but it ain't going to bring about none of the troubles, from what y'all was out here doing in the streets. Like when y'all was out here standing out in the photos and all that, and we ain't gonna get none of that easy. And he was like, nah, she said, okay, I want to make sure y'all keep that in a group text. Okay. Don't bring that out. Okay, because I don't need nothing messing up this wine tasting or grand opening or whatever the hell y'all trying to do. Okay, this special event. So Melnica decided to ask, what else? She asked him something about, can linebackers come? They laugh at it. She says yes. I said, now Melnica, now girl, you just told him that he need to keep that type of mess away from what y'all trying to do. Why you gonna ask him that on camera? Now why you gonna ask trying to be funny? Why you gonna do that with your mess yourself? Okay, y'all should leave that in the text like you said. But let's move on. Stormy and Tiffany. So I love Stormy. Like I like her until I don't like her. Okay, right now I like Stormy. Stormy is a kiki and a cackle. Okay, so Tiffany asked if she was offended, right? And Stormy says, well, give me a second, okay? Because that's why I came here. I came here to talk to you, and apologize to you, even regardless of, your ignorant ass comment that you made, right? That's why I'm here. All right. So then Tiffany goes on to tell her, like, yeah, girl, I appreciate that because, you really came off a bit feisty. And Stormy said, no, you're not going to put that on me. She was like, no, you're not passionate. That's what I was giving. I was giving a whole lot of passion. Feisty, no, ma'am. Passion, absolutely. Okay, girl. So then Tiffany says, so Stormy tells her to say passionate, but Stormy says that she doesn't want to go back and forth with her. She said, I don't want to go back and forth with you, but I do want to get to know you. Like, that's why I'm here. So Stormy says, tell me about the issues with the transparency. And Tiffany says, well, I just feel like transparency is being used more often than what it needs to be. And I would say more authentic. I was giving the girls authenticity. I said, girl, shut up. You was being more authentic about other people's business. That's what it was. Transparent, authentic. It still was dealing with other folks' business, Miss Tiffany. Now you're coming off as more, I ain't gonna say more, but you're coming off as a bit. You're giving us a bit of transparency when you had to sit down conversation with Mel. All right. And when Lewis had to grab you up in so many words and told you to stop acting like you over here don't know this man. Okay. So you giving us a little something, Miss Tiffany. We like it. You cute. Anyway, Tiffany rambling, going. It's funny because Tiffany probably wasn't even talking that long, but the way that they did the editing made it seem like she was talking forever. And Stormy was just like, girl, I'm not even gonna lie. Girl, I'm not gonna lie to you. I forgot what you were saying about 5 sentences ago. I'm just saying, girl, here go Tiffany. So I feel like that was shade. I said, girl, that was not no shade. That was realness. She was being honest. You just didn't know how to take it. Yeah, you know how the people really couldn't take your transparency, your authentic behavior last year. That's what it was. Girl, funny. So, Stormy, I think Tiffany wanted to know more about her childhood or something. I wanted her to go back into like what happened when she was like getting older. And that's what she kind of told us about her being raised by a woman in Birmingham, and then people finding, her giving up for foster care and being found in Montgomery and somehow made her way to Huntsville or something. She kind of gave a little bit of that story. Okay. Stormy ended up opening up about having endometriosis, saying that she actually went through the process of IVF because she was told if she did it the regular way, she could end up having an ectopic pregnancy. And with that, she could lose one of her fallopian tubes. And if she loses it, then it's going to make it harder for her to conceive. Okay. So she decided to do the IVF. And she says she doesn't want to be pregnant again because she said she almost died. I believe she bled out like a bit, like too much, right? So Tiffany and Lewis are considering having another baby. Well, having their first child together. And y'all know what else is interesting? When Tiffany told me that she was 34. She says, yeah, yeah. Because I think Stormy said, you're 34, right? She was like, yeah, I'm 30. Yes, 34. Yes. I'm giving 34. Tiffany, how old are you? Girl, tell the people for real. Give us the honest truth. Your fashion, you may be 34. Your fashion is giving 44. And it's okay, because it's some beautiful 44-year-olds on my line. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be 44 someday. I pray I make it that long, okay? But we're in 2022. And we're not going to do any type of workouts in front of the people. Okay? We're going to keep it honest. We're going to be real. You're not 34. And Lewis, for God sure, is not pushing 35. Okay? And I'm going to refuse to believe that he's dating a younger woman. You know what I'm saying? How old is your son? How old did you say you had your child? How old were you? How old is your son now? Some things aren't adding up. It could be just your attire that's not adding. I'm not sure. But the math is not mathing. It's not. I'm bothered. I am. I'm 34. Well, we shall see. I don't know. They say black don't crack, but yours is, it has a little dent or something. I don't know what's going on, but listen, we'll revisit. Okay. We'll revisit. We'll try that again. 34. Not believing it. Let's move on. What else do we have here? Let's see. What else do we have? What else? I'm still stuck on 34. Sorry. I'm having a hard time. Maybe it's the fashions. Get with Destiny. Let's keep going. Her fashions aren't that great either, is it? Well, she's friends with Mel. Get with Mel. Okay, let's move on. Tisha and Kiki. Right? So Karma done hit Tisha quick. Y'all know Tisha was over here talking about Mel over there with Destiny and whoever else, girl. So her cousin said, I'm going to talk about you. Okay? And shut your... Before I get to talking about you. This is exactly what your cousin was giving. So she confronts Kiki. Kiki pulls up to Black. All right. They go and have a sit down. She confronts her about the things that she said to Mel. Why was you over there talking about me with a BIT that you don't even like me? Let's talk about that, right? So I thought we was good. Now I'm just letting you know what I thought, okay? Because the thing happened a long time ago, so I'm thinking that we good. I'm thinking we see each other, but then you decided to go up here and team up with a BIT that you know don't give a about me. Girl, I see your true colors shining through. But okay, so Kiki says that I thought we was good too, girl. I did. I thought we was good too until I learned about the stuff that you were saying about me to Mel and Martell. And then Tisha said, well, girl, when did I say it? Girl, back in Christmas time, circa 5 years ago. She didn't tell us that, but Tisha did. Girl, we on your head, Kiki. So anyway, she was like, girl, you was over there telling stuff about me. You was over there talking SHI about me to Mel and Martell. It was stuff that I didn't even want you to tell. And then Tisha said, well, girl, what did I say? What did I say? Didn't say it. No. It's your business. I want you to say it. Well, girl, I want you to say my business because you ain't had no problem telling my business then. So I'm gonna tell it now. Go ahead. I'm not gonna say it. You say it. I'm not gonna say it. You say it. I'm not gonna say it. You can say it. So go ahead. Tisha like, girl, I'm not gonna say that. Okay. So I mean, what's up? What's going on? Girl, this was just not the cousins fighting. Okay. Kiki said, girl, go on say it. Because you sat up here and you apologized to me for it. Okay. And Tisha was like, well, girl, I thought that we was good. So why are we even here? You waited to get on camera? That's what it was. You wanted to get on camera? Kiki, we're not believing you, ma'am. You came on the screen last year and you was team Tisha down to the ground. Team Tisha down to the ground. Okay. Ready to call out Miss what's her name? Miss Kimmy. And then you come on here and then you want to spill some different type of beans. Girl, creating a reason. Girl, we know it was the producers that said, do you have any issues going on with Tisha? So when did this happen? That long ago? Bring that with you. Yes, we love to rehash old beef, all that. Yes, bring that information with you. Well, I mean, we dug up some past situations dealing with Martell. So of course we'll dig up that. Bring it with you. Yes, we'll love it. We'll book ya. Okay. Anyway, what else ended up happening? So Tisha says that she said, oh, this is what Tisha kind of lied. Tisha said, oh, so you want to sit up there and you want to believe what the people said? Well, girl, they said it to me. Okay, I wouldn't believe what they were saying had what they said not been true. Okay, but they gave me word for word, which was 1000% true. That was my business that I only told you, Sue-Ann. So what's going on, right? And she says, girl, I told you that the SHI was not true. So if you want to choose to believe on people, then you do whatever it is that you want to do. I mean, okay, it's very weird because if your cousin has apologized to you for it and you agreed that y'all were in a better place, why are you bringing it to the forefront now? And so when they mention clout, that does seem like what it's giving, Miss Kiki. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie. All right, that is what it seemed like. You needed a moment, just like you came on the screen last season seeking a moment with Kimmy, and I was wondering where all these random family members was coming in at. You know what I'm saying? That ain't have nothing to do with nothing. We seeing the uncles over here talking to Marcel about some stuff that happened a long time ago. But that's what Tisha family do. So I can't even follow her because remember the uncle came over there talking to Marcel, talking about you said we was from a different side of the track. You remember when you said that? Okay, baby, we so far removed from that. We so far removed, but y'all, that's what y'all do. Y'all like to bring stuff from the past and bring it back up. So I guess this is normal in the family, okay? But the difference is Tisha apologized to you for it. But you sat up there, accepted the apology, and then want to sit up here and justify your actions for talking about your cousin with somebody else and say, oh, it's because you did what you did a long time ago. Girl, if you wasn't over it, then you should have just said that. Okay? You should have just said that. If you wasn't over it, then you shouldn't have used me as a reason and an excuse to get onto the show to act like you're coming at Kimmy when the whole time you were really mad at me. What's really going on here? Okay? So when Tisha said, I got something for you, girl. No, you ain't got to worry about it, girl. How about we just cut it? Okay. How about we cut ties, girl? We ain't even got to deal with this. Okay. If you want to sit up here, you want to ride with them folks, and I sat up here and I apologize to you. And you want to rehash some stuff from 4 to 5 years ago, girl, and create a beef with me, okay, to cover up the actions of what you did, and then to go against me with somebody else, that means that you've been feeling a way about me, Miss Girl. So how about this? We just cut ties. It was only in that moment that I have to be honest. Y'all may not like it, but I said, let's go, Tisha. Let's go. Be honest, okay? Be honest. Now, Tisha may not have presented herself how I may have thought she should have when it came to Mel or whatever, but Tisha know who to try. That's what it's giving. Tisha know who to try, okay? And I felt like she was rightfully so in trying back that cousin because the cousin was wrong in that moment. Now, how I'm going to feel later on this season, we shall see. I'm just speaking for the moment. I like to speak for the moment. You know, I change, whatever. So, yes, in this moment, I went mad at them, okay? If that's how you feel, BIT, we'll cut ties and we'll go our separate ways, okay? But this is what we did not see, and I feel a way about it. I hope we see it next week. But did y'all see in the previews when Tisha had said to her cousin, you did that bullshit? Did she say that? Didn't Tisha say that? Carlos, come to the front, come to the podium. Come up. Where that piece at? What y'all did with that part? Because I was thoroughly looking forward to seeing Tisha say, you did that bullshit. Where is that? Don't put it in the preview and not put it in the show. Are we going to see it next week? Are they going to make their way back into the room and sit down? Or is that going to be a different time? Okay, did she have on a different type of attire? Do I need to go back and watch the clip? Maybe I need to watch the trailer again. Because I was thoroughly looking forward to that moment. You did that bullshit. And we didn't get it. But anyway, what else we got? So Tisha go outside. She called Kimmy. Kimmy, girl, where you at? Girl, I am shook as. I'm razzled and bedazzled. I am, girl. So listen, I sat up here and talked to her, and she gonna bring up some SHI from 5 years ago, and I had already apologized to that because I don't like that hang on the stuff for real. I don't know how to fight like that for real, girl. I just be ready to get this stuff over with, and I just be trying to move on. You know what I'm saying? But she over here on some other SHI, you know what I'm saying, trying to excuse her mother actions for the stuff that she did. So over here talking about me, the male, girl. Girl, yes, Kiki walked out and said, oh, is they cursing their mamas out in Spain? Ma'am, what's going on? Who you over here talking about me to that? Okay, who you talking about? I said, oh, girl, this is messy. We like some family drama. So I was definitely here for it. So there's that. The episode ended that way. We're going to see what it's going to give us on next week. What are you all's thoughts about it? Okay. Let me see. Yes, she did say that. They showed Tisha eat her up in the previews. Right? And I missed it. Did I miss it or something like that? I want to see that part. I think Tisha was admitting she was speaking to Mel, but not laughing at Kiki. Truth. Yes, you're right, Phil. She did say that. She was speaking to Mel, but not laughing at her. But I don't know. She could have been laughing. Because I feel like, and y'all tell me, if you're talking about me to somebody else, you wrong all the way around. Whether you was laughing or not, it's just the fact that you sit up here consulting about my business with somebody else. And if I wanted them to know, I'll go let them know. You know what I'm saying? So she was wrong all the way around. But at the end of the day, she apologized for it. So if she apologized and you accepted the apology, why are we here? Why are we here? Okay? That's not making any sense. Not you calling her tissue. Oh my. Oh wow. I wasn't mad at Tisha for saying let's cut ties, baby. Tisha's love saying let's move forward, then bring it back up. Her cousin did it to her. What she do with everyone else runs in the family. Ooh, baby. They similar. That's true. That's very true. She has done that for sure, especially when it's coming to Kimmy. And then now it's your turn to receive that. Talk about let's move forward. Ooh, girl. Appreciate that. Appreciate that message there. Okay, Tisha, how you leave your own establishment? I would have told Kiki to get out my SHI. True. Maybe I feel like she just walked outside so she can call Kimmy. It probably was too loud in there. But I guess you could have went in the office too, huh? And Tisha is hypocritical AF though. I clapped my hands for Tisha in that moment. Yeah, I was like, okay, me too. I was like, well, let's go. Okay. Well, stick up for yourself then, Tisha. I guess you could do it with your cousin, huh? She was ready for her that day, but I just feel like the cousin was wrong though. Kimmy has never been on Tisha's side. Kimmy only cares now because Maurice is involved. Interesting. Marcel would be crazy to go into business with Martell. Are you talking about on the next week's episode? I kind of thought about that, and I just, I thought about. So Martell helped them create Scope. Okay, so it's Scope and Scott and Hope put together, right? And it's just so funny how. I don't know how Martell fully treated them, but remember how Martell was like, I helped y'all put this together. And I'm like, my, how the mighty has fallen. That you have to go back and ask someone about getting back on board with their business. I feel like they're going to say no. And if they do, they're going to keep him in a very, very small, limited capacity. But We gonna see. I feel like Marceau may feel indebted to him a bit because when Marceau was down and out or whatever situation, Martell, when he was up, he helped them, right, get to where they are and continue to help them by putting them on this show. So I feel like they might feel a little bit of in debt with him. But I don't know. I kind of felt Tisha during the commercial. I just gotta watch and see when she was like, I don't know if I could trust Martell fully, right? So I definitely accepted and understood Tisha's thoughts on that. So if they let him come back, it'll be in a very limited capacity, child. Ooh, I would say I would believe that happened. I think I'm not sure at the time whether she had it or not. I would want to say she did, but I know she had a lot of involvement with it. Let's see. But you gotta call. But you go to Kimmy. But you go to call Kimmy when Kiki. But you go to call Kiki, Kimmy when Kiki come out. She acted scary like Kiki walking up Kimmy. Ooh, I don't know. I feel like she needed somebody else to talk to outside of Marceau. That's what I'm thinking. I saw Kiki do a video the other day. She went live and she just played some music. T.I. haters get on your job. And I'm like, she got to be talking to the other Scotts because y'all know all the Scott brothers been on her head for the most part. Mama Wanda been on her head as well. And I'm sure Mama Wanda going to have some things to say about this last episode. So yeah, she just went live just to sing that song, Haters Get On Your Job. I was like, oh, okay, then, bro. Well, there's that. Well, you guys, listen. This has been nice. All right. I really wasn't even expecting to be on here for 2 hours. So I'm sorry I took up most of your time, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. Okay. We had over 400 people in the chat. Please go ahead and hit that like button for me, please. And also, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you have yet to do so. All right. In addition to that, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at jamithatsme. And I will catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.